All right, let's get it, y'all. It's us three again.
Yep.
Look
What's
who
up,
is
everybody?
back, y'all.
What's
Look
good?
who
What's
is
good?
back. Let's get it. Let's get it. So, for those that you don't know, this is the DC Incentives podcast. I am Diamond Cash, aka Rich. And besides me, you got the funny 1,000 question man. Introduce yourself.
This is Naron. I don't ask 1,000 questions. I just ask the right ones. So I'll keep it at that.
I like that. I
Right?
like that.
It's
I'm good
like
with
that,
it.
yeah. Okay. Then we got the man that has been on hiatus, and he
Yes.
is back.
He was just
Back
sick
and
of us
better.
needing a break.
I know what to say to that. That's some shit. I know what to say to that one.
What's
I'm
up,
back,
TC?
everybody. What's up? I'm good to be. I feel good to be back, man.
Awesome.
Looking
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Did everybody know what happened, or
I don't know if
So-
you want to talk about it or.
So for everyone, if y'all look at the episode with Vanessa when we was talking about health, I made an announcement about TC, how he won't be he'll be on hiatus. If y'all want to check that out. I didn't feel, even though he gave me permission to talk about what was going on in his personal life, I didn't feel comfortable letting the public know. So I wanted TC himself to talk about his personal life if he wants to.
I don't mind, because maybe somebody who's going through similar things could relate.
Okay.
So, long story short, my liver was failing, and I had to go for a liver transplant.
Hmm.
And the transplant came to when I'm in a hiatus, like around July or June.
This
Uh,
was, I think, July, I believe.
it wasn't
Double
too long
check.
ago. It was a couple months
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, a couple
Yes.
months ago.
So I got my transplant a week after my birthday. And not gonna lie, folks, it was really, really, really bad. Like, not to dampen the mood, but if I didn't get the transplant on the 17th of July, guarantee some point by next month I'll probably be gone.
Wow.
It's that bad. It's that bad. My liver, like a liver, let's say a liver is like this size, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was this big. This is
Wow.
exaggerated. Like, yeah. So, but to be honest, it's a rough recovery. I'm still recovering now, but boy, it's a huge difference. I'm just thankful, you
Mm.
know. Like, if nobody believes in the higher being,
There you
all I
go.
gotta say is a God up there,
Mm.
you know. And I don't know what to really say. And one day I could say, people, take care of yourself. Sadly, this is genetics for me. But if you drink a lot and stuff like that, this I'm not saying you can't don't stop it, but moderate, because your liver is so important. Because the point that my body is breaking down from being ashy to getting eczema, jaundice, vomiting, coughing. I couldn't eat properly. If I ate a piece of cracker right now, I'm gonna vomit in 5 minutes.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, and you guys seen a little bit, like my eyes are yellow and I'm just coughing 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Skin got dark. I look like a crackhead, you know. I'm sorry to sound like that. It's looking crazy. It's looking crazy out here. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm just like, damn. You can put me in a horror movie. I fit in perfectly. You know. Michael Myers would look at me. He'd be like, you know what, kid, you good. You good. Just sit down. Sit down. I got this. I got this. He walk away with the knife, like. But I'm truly grateful. And if people don't go to the doctor often, just go to the doctor. Just get a checkup. You know, especially black men. Please go to the doctor. You know, but I'm here. I'm back. Brand new.
So what would you say, like, what was what was a lesson learned for you? Like what did you learn from this experience?
What I learned from it, life is very short. If you have any, like, if you wanted to do something and you're scared to do it, don't double think it. Just go ahead and do it because you never know when your time's going to come.
Mm.
I was literally on my deathbed and I'm thinking about, like, damn, the amount of things I didn't do because of my trauma, my fears of, like, just a failure and stuff like that. And your life could go away just like that. So
Yeah.
once they, did the surgery and stuff, and I literally see my body like getting better and better, that's just like, I got to take more risks in life. I can't play it safe 24/7, you know. And it just taught me like you really take care of your body. Like going out for fast food and stuff. I'm not saying like, look, we all have got cheat days and stuff. Look, I love fried chicken. You gave me a nice piece of breast, I'm going to tear that shit down. But it's all moderations, man. And you just really like try to cook more at home. It's just there's a lot. It's just a lot to absorb. To this day, I still have the pain I was going through. It was so traumatic. I still experience it to this day. Just think about what I was going through and stuff. It's crazy, bro. Like I never thought I'd be that one person be like, man, I ain't need no liver. I ain't going to get no organ transplant. And here you are, taking out a whole liver. And the doctor looked at me when I came out the room, like out of ICU and stuff. And when I woke up, he said, yo, that liver was angry. I said, angry? He said, it's angry.
Damn.
I was like, damn. Like, black people angry? He said, yes. I'm like, oh, okay.
like when it came, like when the doctors had it out, it was that angry. Like,
Bro.
nah. So it was that type of like, let me out. What are you doing?
It's like something being microwaved. It's just foaming up. It looked disgusting. I looked at that. I said, oh, no wonder it's fat. I always remember looking at my stomach at times. I'm like, yo, why have a bare belly for? Like, I don't drink that often. Soon they took that sucker out, my stomach's been flat since. The only one thing I experienced so far. So when they took the staples out my incision, later on that day, I woke up from sleeping. I had to use the bathroom. So I said, let me check my stomach, see how the scar is looking. I see a big ass hole. A big ass hole just sitting right there. And I was at the point I looked at it. I'll be all right. Went straight to sleep. I went straight to sleep. I was so annoyed. Like, I was annoyed to the point I said, I'm not going back to the hospital. I'm going to sleep it off, wake up in the morning, show my mom, and we deal with it. Man, this hole took almost 2 months to fully heal. It's now about healed. But it happens when you have like these surgeries sometimes, apparently. But despite that, the surgery went well. Obviously, you can see I'm here. The only drawback, so the disease I had with the liver is called PCS, and they took the PCS out because the old liver is riddled with all PCS. But the scary thing is a chance to come back in the future.
Gotcha.
Is there anything you can do to prevent it? Maybe eating well, working out.
I know stuff. Okay, eating well. So that means no alcohol.
I can't drink never again. I can never drink again.
For life?
You see how you said it?
Oh, no.
I am sad. I'm normally get invited to functions and stuff, and everybody's gonna be drinking their cocktails and stuff. I'm gonna be there with my sippy cup, like.
Troy,
you're gonna be drinking your orange juice and your
designated driver for life.
Wow. I'm gonna be that guy drinking seltzer water in the background. They get some kind of sparkling alcohol.
You should have come out with that, guys. I can't drink anymore. That should have been your first thing.
I could still smoke.
You can still smoke.
It has to be doctor approved, and they say they'd rather me eat edibles than smoking the weed instead. But I'm waiting on that because I got to see how my body feels first off. But I'm a clean boy.
Not by choice, but I mean, maybe you'll see the long-lasting effects. Maybe you'll just live longer than everybody now.
Yeah, that's true. It's this person though. Like I see people yesterday on Instagram, they party and shit. I'm just like,
Well, I mean,
nice.
all you got to do is just party a different way. I guess enjoy your edibles.
I gotta be high on life. That's all it is.
You got to be high on life.
Yeah. Say, bro, you good? You want to drink? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I got Jesus on my side. Like,
Not even a beer.
nope.
Wine?
No.
Not even a shandy.
So when you go to a bar, right? Let's say if you and your friend were to go to a bar, you'd be like, yo, let's go to a bar, y'all. Next thing you know, the bar, everybody be like, yo, shot o'clock, y'all, shot o'clock. Yeah. They be like, here you go, here goes a shot of water.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the virgin drink guy. What you want? Let me get a pina colada.
That's right.
Right?
Virgin. You know, and I'm gonna get a glass of Coke. Give me some Coke. You
Right.
don't want no rum in it? Don't ask me. Just give me a glass of Coke, all right?
You know what? But you know what? In the end, you're right, Troy. What's most important is your health. And if something is...
Man, I want to hear that right now. It's true. I want to drink sometimes. Like,
Well, let me ask you this. Did you live it up in your 20s at least? Did you get your fill of alcohol in your 20s?
Yes and no.
Ooh.
My
I
mid-20s.
don't care about the yes.
Mid-20s.
About the no.
My mid-20s, I did my most shit. Early 20s, I was like, nah, it's not good for you, you know. When stress started hitting, that's how I started drinking. I said, oh, okay. This feels good. But all seriousness, I could live without alcohol. This is something to adjust to.
Yeah.
But
it's not the biggest thing in the world.
It's not the biggest thing. Some people still drink after having a transplant. I'm not taking that risk.
No.
Okay, this hospital bill right now is damn expensive.
Really? We talking about used car parking lot expensive?
A little bit more. Every day is racking up. It was 10,000 the other day. I see an extra 7,000 popped up there. I'm just like, why is that for? You want me to insulin and
wait.
What about insurance? Yeah, don't you work for the city?
So here's the thing. My old job. Oh, I gotta tell you guys about that. My old job only did short-term disability.
Gotcha.
Even though it's a city job?
We're gonna have someone. Yeah, we're gonna have someone on the podcast about insurance. Yeah,
because it's unionized too.
List.
And now you think it's a city job or a county job. It's not.
No.
Because
I remember as a city employee, I got this little gold card, this little gold healthcare card, and all of my medications that I take, it's like $2-3. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought if something major happened, I thought I'd be covered because I got city insurance.
Yeah. Well, thankfully I just got Medicaid. Now, so
all right,
so it works right now.
Is that going to take care of your bills?
Some of that. So I had to call finance team to deal with some things, but for right now, I'm not even worried about it. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but despite all of that, it's a life learning experience for sure. Because I told myself this is like, if I make it out of this is my second chance in life. I'm going to tackle things much differently and take more risks, no matter how lazy I feel or nervous and stuff. At the end of the day, that feeling you feel is only temporary.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I hold myself back? Push for the goal, So, yeah. Okay. Your boy's alive. Your boy's here.
That's what counts.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so you're definitely watching your diet and everything?
Yeah. Definitely am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Troy, I'm glad to have you back. Even though you were fighting for your life, I was carrying this podcast, so I feel like I was fighting for my life too. So it's good to have somebody here to help take care of the load.
Please,
okay. Okay.
Oh man.
I know what to say because.
So I mean, I'm looking at things about liver. For those of you, I would say limit the amount of alcohol you drink. Definitely. Eat a well-balanced diet. I'm Googling this, y'all, as we speak.
Also, too,
Um,
people can email me also if they have personal questions about
What's
like
your email, Troy?
how to get the DC Acceptance email. I can link that.
All
I'll
right.
link it.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
again, it's good to have you back. The liver
Mhm.
is, the filter for the body. It filters out all of the toxins from the food and beverages that you consume. It's a highly important organ, and I'm glad you're able to get one.
Yeah, because the
Yes.
liver also filters out your bowel. Bowel
Mm-hmm.
helps fight off certain diseases and stuff like that. No, break down certain foods. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It affects many things. Your blood. Like I had to take insulin at one point.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not on that no more. But yeah, it's just the liver is like the liver is just as important as the heart and kidneys. It's like Myron said, it's one of the major things that filter out your body. I think of it as like the battery to a supercomputer. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So drink one for me, guys. Drink one for me.
What about so TC, what about water? What about water?
Oh, good question. So with water now, I had to drink certain types of water.
What do you mean?
Because some
Oh,
waters,
but you gotta let the audience know that.
yeah. So apparently, some waters have certain things in it that's not good for the liver, like lead and stuff like that. Like the Dasani is
Dasani?
terrible, terrible.
Yes.
Dasani is
We
terrible.
said that in the beginning.
It's the
We
worst
said
water you can
that
ever
in the
drink.
beginning.
It's the worst. Dasani, Fiji water is actually one
Aquafina.
of the worst too.
I never
Aquafina.
liked
Fiji.
Fiji water. I never liked the way
Fiji-
Fiji water
Yup.
Fiji
tastes.
water is trash.
What
Smart
about
water.
my favorite? Let me ask just right off the bat. My favorite water is Poland Spring. Is Poland Spring safe? Come on, what it means to be from Maine? No.
No.
Oh,
Costco water is better.
Costco water is better than.
Kirkland brand Costco water is better.
Hold on.
Let that
So-
sink in real quick.
So wait. So you don't drink water from tap anymore?
I boil it.
You boil it.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you
I
boil
boil
it, do you put it in any metal or plastic containers?
I put in glass.
You put it in glass. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So all right. So what you do is when you have the bottled water, you pour it and you put it in glass.
If I'm boiling it, yes. I have a
okay.
glass vase. It's like this, but it has like a top. Much
So
longer.
okay, so let's get back to when we said about the amount of water. We know Dasani is no good for us
Mhm.
because it's salt, and then every time you drink it, it makes your mouth dry. We know about Aquafina, which is Aquafina is like the worst of the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah.
So what about Deer Park? What about Essentia? I hope I'm saying this right. Essentia,
Mhm.
Poland Spring. What else we got?
Okay,
it's so many
so-
water brands.
Dare Park is good. Kirkland brand is good. Essential Water is good. Smart Water is good. Polar Springs is not it's not good, but if I drink it, I'm not gonna die.
Damn it, man. That's my favorite brand.
But the thing is, who doesn't drink Polar Springs? You get that for free at functions and stuff,
Right.
Yeah, so I'll still drink it. It's not my first choice, but I'll drink it. But here's the crazy thing: it's not just water. Certain foods now I gotta watch out for.
Like what?
I can't eat grapefruit no more.
Grapefruit?
Grapefruit and pomegranate I can never eat again.
Wait, what about?
What kind of damage does that do to your liver?
Wait, what about?
It's like something with the citrus.
Wait, what about?
So
Citrus.
you can't have
Sugar.
tangerines either?
I can have those. It's weird. I can have tangerines and oranges.
But when I think of citrus, those are the fruits I think of.
Something with grapefruit in it, because the doctor even couldn't explain to me. I said, so I can't eat. He just said, look, man, it is what it is. I'm like, okay. I'm
It
like,
is
all right,
what it
cool.
is.
Who am I to argue with? The rich
Yeah.
chief?
No, I'm sure he has something to take care of.
Okay.
Wow. Poland Spring. That one hurt me personally. I thought I was always
Yeah.
healthy when I drank Poland Spring. So I
Yeah.
guess
So I'm just thinking, right? So it's like, all right, so what? So you said grapefruit. So it's like, let's say, like you go to Whole Foods and
Uh-huh.
you see organic grapes. You can't eat that.
Grapefruits you talk about?
Yes.
Yeah, grapefruits. I can't eat any kind of grapefruit. Grapefruit juice, none of it.
But what about just grape itself?
Grapes I can eat. Grapes I
Okay.
can eat. Grapes is like a superfood for me, and lentils is like very good for me.
What
Got
about
it.
one of my favorite fruits? Watermelon.
I can eat watermelon.
Oh, thank
I
God.
can eat it. I can,
That
eat
He
it.
said, "Thank God."
No, that would hurt almost as much as not being able to drink alcohol.
I can eat bananas, but I can't eat too much bananas.
Okay.
Too much potassium is not good for me.
What about fried foods?
Not really supposed to.
So, wow.
You could dibble dabble in it, but that, like if I'm going to eat fried food, it should be like, to be honest, what they told me, twice a month,
Okay.
something like that. Like
And
that's a
what about,
real cheat day.
I don't know if you're a sushi kind of guy, but that's my favorite kind of food.
I
No
can't eat raw
sushi?
fruits. I can't eat no raw fruits.
No.
Oh,
So no Korean barbecue, no cold cuts. I can't eat cold cuts again.
you can't eat cold cuts? You can't go to get a hero sandwich?
Nope. I can't go to Ankh to get a sandwich or Subway and stuff like that. I can't. It has to be cooked.
Oh, it has to be. So, yeah. So, like, let's say if you want to get like a turkey sandwich or something, it can't be like raw. It got to be cooked.
I had to get like an actually turkey and I cut the turkey breast and make a sandwich out of it. Then get like a cold cut
Wait.
sandwich.
So you got to get. Okay. All right.
Like the actual thick pieces of meat, not like no Subway slices. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, man, how are you feeling about all this news? I know great news that you're healthy. It's great news. I want to start that off. Great news that you're healthy, but
Cold cuts hit.
sucks, man.
Cold cuts hit hard. I
That's
love
the one that
sandwiches.
That's the
I
one that
love
hit you the worst.
sandwiches.
Like of all the things that were taken away, which
Out
one
of all
hits
the
you the most?
things, I'm mad to go with sandwiches still, like cold cut sandwiches. That's my to go. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's. Yeah, I'm kind of sad right now.
Right. Like if you want to go to
I'm
the
not
Subway and
depressed,
some
yo.
shit.
I'm bad sad right now. What else I can't really eat? Actually, I could pull up food restrictions real quick because it's a lot. Oh yeah, eggs. I don't get like pasteurized eggs. I can't eat mayo, so it's like no coleslaw and stuff like that. As a big pasteurized mayo stuff. If it's not pasteurized, I can't eat it. They want me to eat purely like chicken and turkey. If I eat beef, it's not bad, but beef I had to be very careful with, and that's a beef well done. I can't be medium rare. I had to have it well done, which sucks.
It's
I'm
like
what else?
eating steak, and it's like you have to have it well done, not medium rare or something.
Yeah, it's like what's the point? Like it's
Yeah.
just gonna be man rubbery and dry.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I'm like, let's say I'll go camping and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I can't drink water from the lake.
Are there certain medications that you have to take for the rest of your life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now, I'll just show you.
And wait. Do you feel comfortable?
This is fine.
Comfortable? Because just letting you know, this is all public
They're not
information.
gonna know what medications I'm taking. I'm just gonna show you the bag. This is all medicines
How per day, per week, per month,
every day,
every day?
Every day.
twice a day. I take about. They're gonna cut me down as time goes by, but I take about probably 50 medications.
Okay, with all those restrictions, if you follow all those restrictions, you'll still live a normal, healthy, long life.
But yeah, because a lot of these medicines are basically anti-rejection and anti-infection. So it basically helps my liver not getting affected and helps the liver not reject my body. Because the thing is, this is our next person's liver in me. So the liver is like not he's like, where am I? So sometimes, like even right now, the liver is rejecting, but that's why I take medications to keep the liver in check. And as long as you keep taking those medicines, the liver gets more used to your body and it doesn't as reject as much.
Okay.
So certain things happens to me now. Like I may not be sick, but my nose may run out of nowhere at times.
And
Or sneeze
what
and
happens?
stuff like that.
What happens if you get a cold or a flu? Are you more susceptible, more vulnerable?
Yeah, so if people are sick, I got to be very careful because I'll be quicker to catch the cold and stuff and get it worse than everybody.
Well, as long as we're not in a pandemic, you should be fine, right? That's so
Well,
weird, man.
well,
That's so
Biden said the pandemic is over.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
There's
Sleepy Joe.
there's
He
still
just woke up.
people catching COVID but okay.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool, Biden. All right. Yeah.
So I want to go back to when you said Costco water. Let's help people out real quick, right?
Yeah. Who
Okay.
knew?
So when you
Who knew?
so why Costco water?
There's
If
something
you
with the
don't-
alkaline. Because alkaline
Gotcha.
water.
What is alkaline? Can somebody explain that to me?
Actually, let me take a look it up real quick.
What is alkaline? Okay, so
You got it?
alkaline water is a higher pH, has a higher pH level than plain tap water.
Mm.
So neutralize acid in your bloodstream. So say that alkaline water can help prevent diseases such as cancer and heart disease.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
What's the difference with tonic water? I always wondered about that.
Tonic.
Yeah.
Tonic water. Tonic.
I mean, we are on our computer, gentlemen. We have the world at our fingertips here.
So that's new to me. Tonic water. But according to the Google search engine, tonic water is a carbonated soft drink that may contain sugar and has little nutritional value.
Well, that's not for you, Troy. That does not sound like it's for you at all.
Tonic water
Wow.
does not have any benefits and could lead to an unnecessary increase in calorie consumptions.
Well, I mean, that's such a deceptive name. You know, tonic water.
So what's the point of it?
That's a good question.
Is it like a salsa water in a way? Like, is it what it's trying to be?
I don't even think it's a salsa water. That's new to me. That's news to me about tonic water. I'm
I
looking
seen it
that
in the
up.
market. Yes, I saw it in the supermarket yesterday. I was just like, what the hell is this?
I did. Okay. So let's. All right. So tonic water, not tonic water, but Costco water. Is it like spring water? Because I see in Costco's they have Poland Spring. Unless are you talking about the Poland Spring distilled water?
No, so Costco brand is called Kirkland. That's their brand.
Okay.
Kirkland. Oh
Yeah.
yes, I know. Okay,
That's
Kirkland.
Costco's brand.
Yeah, Kirkland Signature Purified Drinking Water.
Yes, that's it.
Is it relatively expensive?
No,
No,
honestly,
that's-
it's
no.
cheaper than
That's-
Essential.
Yeah, like it's like what is it like what water brand, like Pure Life brand, yeah, that purified water and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, come and tell you a little trick. You don't always have to buy Essential water. Just go to Costco and get the their brand. It does the same thing. It's cheaper. Essential water, if you buy the box from Costco, you spend about $20. You go get the Kirkland brand, you spend about 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nairon is hurt about Poland Spring.
That's my go-to brand. I look at these fools like, yo, Smart Water. You're gonna spend like $5 for a thin bottle of water? Excuse me. No. I like my water to come from the streams of Maine, baby. But no, not anymore.
The streets of Maine.
Not anymore.
Is it Maine that's doing it for you?
Yeah, man, because I got a specific location. I look up Maine from time to time, see what the water pollution's like over there, you know, make sure it's good, not like some parts of the country. And
You wanna go to
besides,
Maine?
huh?
You want to go to Maine?
No. I just like to make sure that my water come from resources that the government wouldn't ignore if the water should become contaminated. In Maine, that'll be taken care of like that, you know. So if I'm drinking, I want to drink from like pure water sources.
Apparently, the best water bottle overall,
Mhm.
Mountain Valley Spring Water, that's from Costco. The best alkaline water is Essentia.
So I got you. All right. So it looks like Costco water has the best brand water. You can say, I
Like
guess.
non-brand, like
Yeah,
non-brand,
non-brand water.
So
But yeah, go ahead.
so to sum it up, no alcohol, which hurts
no
my
alcohol,
feelings. I'm hurt for you. Um, no alcohol, no grapefruit,
no
no grape,
pomegranate.
no pomegranate.
I can eat grapes,
You can eat grapes, but not grapefruit.
not grapefruit.
Okay. No raw meats. So no sushi, no fried. Fried fish, probably not, right? Because it's fried.
I don't eat fish anyway, so I'm good with that.
All right.
Fried chicken.
Not good for
supposed
you.
to. Not supposed
Yeah,
to.
fried
but
chicken.
Come on,
Of course, it's
come on,
fattening.
diamond. But come on. I'm not
All
gonna
right.
torture myself that much.
If you drink water, you got to make sure it's boiled.
Yeah,
You got to make
boiled
sure.
or alkaline package. Yeah,
All right. And if you get steak, it's got to be
well
burnt.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and seafood. If I do eat, I eat shrimp. I had to make sure that's fully cooked. It can't be undercooked or raw because that's it.
See, I break for you because I love raw foods. I love raw fish. I like my steak to have a pulse. You know what I mean? I like it that raw. So like I'm hurting for you because these are all the things that like take the joy out of life for me. But you don't even eat fish. So, you're good.
I do want to do some science. If people are feeling like sick and they're having like symptoms, but they don't know what it is, some things that you could detect if it's a liver issue, if you're feeling constantly tired, a fever, dark urine. That's one of the biggest signs out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if your stool is like a pale color stool, something ain't right.
Okay.
Because at one point, not to sound disgusting, my stool is almost looking vanilla.
Yikes.
It's brown, but it's having a white tint to it.
Right.
And the yellows in the eyes. That's how I knew. Something when I first discovered that I was sick, I was leaving the house and I just felt this urge of itchiness hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, whoa, I'm itching so bad. I just felt weird. And I was in the office one day at work and it just became uncontrollable. I'm just scratching. I'm bleeding and stuff. I'm just like, well, I'm bruising so easily, And once I saw my eyes turn yellow, I said, oh, I got jaundice. And that's when everything went downhill. So those are signs that you could dictate like what's going to happen with you. And also to pain in your abdomen. That's one big sign as well.
What? Wait. Say it again.
Pain
if you have pain, abdomen.
Pain, abdomen?
No, pain in your abdomen.
In your abdomen, your abs.
Pain in your abs.
Yes.
Yeah. Because remember, your liver is technically behind your rib cage.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, I haven't mentioned about that. When they took the liver out, they had to move my rib cage because it was so large. Yeah. So it's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they had to put you to sleep, of course.
Oh, of course. They knocked my ass out.
With what I couldn't be able to eat, I might tell them to just not wake me up, man.
It's crazy because when I woke up, I had a tube in my neck, 2 tubes on my side of my stomach. It's called a JP drain that help drain fluid and like blood and stuff that's like going around your organs. It's weird to sound. It's weird. It's like mucus in the drain and stuff like that. It's like 2 pouches sitting outside your skin. And a tube in your mouth too. But they took that out before I woke up.
Okay.
What are the tubes for?
Basically to drain mucus and stuff like that, and not to let the organs get like sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain because it's like your body is like building all this mucus and stuff like that, so that help drain the mucus and the bad blood and stuff, especially your white blood cells at the time. Since they put you on a medication, your white blood cells is like overworking, which is not good. So it kind of helps with everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you had a legitimate reason for missing the podcast.
Oh man. While I'm home, I was sleeping most of the time. I was just asleep. I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, take my medicine. I may eat. I'm supposed to eat, but I mean, I eat. Wake up at 2 o'clock, be up for like 4 hours. I'm knocked out again. Like, Yeah.
So here's my question, right? Out of
Mhm.
all the health stuff we talked about, I remember our episode where we talked about stuff that, of course, we can't eat. But what about the episode where the guy where he was talking about fasting? Can you do that or no?
That's a good one.
No,
That's a good one.
no. I shouldn't be fasting because I need to eat constantly.
Gotcha.
It don't have to be
See,
big meals, but I had to be snacking or something.
and that makes me a little confused because when
Mhm.
we've had people discuss fasting on the podcast before, even when I've done my own independent research, I think of fasting as giving the body a chance to repair itself, right? Like
Yes,
giving your digestive system a break,
absolutely.
right? But that's not the case with Troy, right? So maybe you got to question the purpose of fasting after all, right?
Well,
Like,
the reason why is not really targeted towards me because it's a new organ now. I had to constantly keep feeding it nutrition because it's so new to the body. Maybe in the future I could fast and stuff, but right now I'm eating. I don't gain weight. Since I came out the hospital, I probably gained 4 pounds.
Mm.
and are you below your normal weight?
Yeah, this is the lowest I've ever been.
Wow.
Last time I was on the show and stuff, I weighed about 210 pounds. I'm like 276. No. I'm 176. Sorry.
Wow.
Mhm.
And we're around the same height. Jesus, I know what
that
that.
liver was very heavy. Like,
Wow, Troy.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if you're 6'2", 176, I'm 6'2", 240. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge. That's 70 pounds.
They took a lot of fat out. This is I was very skinny when I came out of surgery. I was actually lower. I was like probably like 168.
Wow.
But then they put me on on fluids and like steroids and stuff. So
And how's your support system?
bro, it was the best.
Yeah.
It was the best. Yeah.
Keep trying to tell Richard to call you, but he's like, nah, I don't want to bother Troy.
He checked on me. I ain't gonna do that to him. He checked on me. He definitely checked on me.
Yeah, I'm only kidding. I'm only messing around.
Have you checked on Troy Nyron?
Listen, I'm the first one in the group chats. Troy, how's your health?
Yeah, no, he did. Everybody did. Everybody did. Everybody did. I mean, for HR though, I know she's hearing this too.
Right.
She did one time. I was like, okay.
HR.
Nah, but overall, I had a lot of people check on me. I had a lot of people praying for me too. I didn't know.
Yeah. See,
they said, I pray for you. I'm like, well, damn, my bad. Like, thank you. Like, but
you're here. You're here for a reason. You got a whole bunch of people that love you.
Honestly, if I wasn't sure back then, I definitely know now. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of support.
Right.
I got Dane Claire too. Like, her small ass was worried and stuff, but hey, she was there.
Shout outs to Claire.
So those of you that don't know Claire, she was on that's TC's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on the episode for financial literacy part 2.
Oh yeah, she was.
Where it was LaQuanya and Charles when they were talking about financial literacy. She was the one asking Charles and LaQuanya questions. So that's Claire, and that's TC's girlfriend. Everyone.
And she took over most of the episode too, because I was sick during that time. People probably didn't even know that. I'm sorry about that to jump off screen and stuff because I was vomiting and stuff. Mm-hmm. The more you know. But yeah, no, she held me down. My mom was there, my aunt, my cousins, everybody. Yeah, man. Like honestly, like it's funny like how I view life now. Like it's sad that sometimes you have to go do things to like really appreciate things, but after what I went through, I don't find myself getting stressed. I was a human, I get stressed, but I don't dwell on it as long. I'm like, all right, it's inconvenience right now, baby. It is what it is. I'll be all
right. Right.
Yeah. So
that's good.
Yeah.
You're good. You're healthy. You're back. That's what's you're here.
I may have some days I may not be here still, but that's because of doctor's appointments and stuff. But because now I go to the doctor. I was going to the doctor every week, but I think they're gonna push it to every month now. But I always had to get blood work done every single week.
Okay.
Gotcha. and I know you can't do in-person podcasts yet, right?
I can. It just depends how much people's going to be there.
Okay.
Like if we go back to like the office in Wall Street, right? Like
Yes.
if it's just us, cool. But if you are gonna bring guests, I do have to ask them, have you tested yourself?
Oh, have you tested like COVID?
Yeah.
Mm.
Or are you just
Gotcha.
sick in general? Because if you got a whole cold and stuff, you can sit right there, but I'm gonna be in the corner. Like, so
So, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, whenever we have an in-person, we would have to get tested.
yeah, it may be chances I may not come anyway. It just depends what
you
kind of
feel.
function it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be able to come back in person. I'll probably be there less than usual, but
That's perfect.
I'll be back in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's only 3 months since I've been out.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Nyron, anything else? Any questions or anything?
No, just to reiterate, Troy, we love you. I love you more than Rich, obviously. And
False. Nah, I love you, man. Without keyword. Remember,
You about to have
who
a
was
black
the
ass
one?
blush here.
Who was the one that we was watching anime together? Remember, we was watching Goku beat Vegeta. Remember? Nah, let me stop.
I'm about to say, where was this? I said, no such thing.
When we was doing a one-man punch workout.
That's what you want to do, but we never did it.
No, I did. I actually did.
Oh, you did?
By myself, yeah. So I did
shit.
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 100 did the leg workout, and then I did the running the yo, that shit is tough.
I can imagine. Oh yeah, that's one thing. Right now, I can't go back to the gym for now just because that's too much people. But I told myself probably by December, January, I'm gonna go back, and with my body being like slimmer now, I'm gonna trim up, bro. I'm gonna be looking crazy. I'm gonna have my
Hot
neck
girl
and stuff,
summer,
but-
huh?
He trying to look good for Claire, y'all. Just saying, you know.
I don't know about that, man. Look to your left. Listen to this podcast. It's just us. It's just us and like 12 people, Troy. Don't worry about it.
I know she probably pop.
see-
She might be here right now. Who knows?
You can tell the truth.
You see, Nyron, he's just trying to look good for LaQuanya, y'all. So
Hold on, what about Tati? Hold on now.
Oh,
That's a conflict of interest there. Hold on.
Whoa. That's behind the scenes, man. That's behind the scenes. Claudia can't find out. He watches this podcast. You ruined things for me. You ruined it.
oh god.
Oh god. Nah, it's
Please, you know how many women Nyron has a crush on?
Oh, I can imagine.
He said, I'm gonna get the woman from France. That's like my third girlfriend. My fourth girlfriend is what was the other one you was trying to flirt with? I forgot.
Listen, I don't
Let
flirt.
me tell you
I just
something.
exist in the world and the ladies are attracted to me. That's all.
I remember being in the hospital in my bed sleeping. I remember I had a spider sense. I said, "What Nyron doing?" It's podcast time. He talked to somebody. All right. I look at it later. Guarantee I see a cute girl. And I'm just like, makes sense. Okay.
Listen, I'm just very fortunate to interview intellectual, beautiful, wonderful, educated women that enlighten me, and I hope to enlighten back. That's all. That's all.
One day I want to give shout outs for both of you guys, the team in general. You guys really helped. Like, you guys did your thing by not squad. Like, just seeing the views go up and stuff like that. Like, congrats on that. Honestly.
I mean, you're part of this team. Congratulations to you as
team.
well. We all get.
I know, but I wasn't doing nothing. I'm just there. No, but seeing you guys put in work still, it's cool. Like,
of course,
you were the wind beneath my wings.
I do think that's a compliment, just how you said it. It's just how you said it. I don't know what to say there.
Nah, but we have over 100. We had over 100 subscribers on YouTube. Our audio is up. I'm trying to think of what else. What else? What else? What else? Oh, our we've reached um our Vladimir, my guy Vladimir. Uh, Glad credit 500 views. That is wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's good.
and it's still counting, still
And it's
going.
like that. That's less than a month ago, right?
right.
Yes,
So for
Oh,
those
that's
of
on
you
plan.
that like us, please like, subscribe, share.
Mm-hmm.
We keep on going as long as you keep liking. So
Yeah.
yeah,
enjoy the DC
definitely.
Fixers podcast.
Well, also, too, we
Yes,
have some plans coming up soon, too, to be more interactive with the audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
we do have some guests come. We have a lot of guests coming on.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the list now. Like it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
For sure.
it's
For
going to
sure.
be busy.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yep, we have next what we're going to be talking about is yeah, like it's going to be busy. We're going to talk about nonprofit organizations. Yeah, it's going to be busy. I don't even want to
All right.
just stay
And
tuned
guys,
everyone.
if you have any like questions or topics you want us to talk about, this let us know in the comments.
Mhm.
Well, I tell you one thing, right?
Mhm.
A lot of people want to get back into the relationships. Now, I remember when you know what, Nyron? Are you going to talk about not even? You're going to ask how's the sex on this one? When we
Wow,
have-
wow, no, whoa. First of all,
It's kind of
three
tradition at this
guys
point.
here, man. It's three heterosexual guys here. Where am I asking that? Who am I asking that to? That is strictly for the relationship podcast.
Yeah, I ain't gonna give you no answer.
All right. Yeah, Troy, how's the sex? Really? What am I
I
doing?
ain't gonna
No,
give you no
no.
answer
What
now.
am I doing here?
No, because we are bringing back we're bringing back relationships. So we're
Oh.
gonna have
Well, I will not deny that question may or may
Are
not.
we having the same couple come back or a different couple?
it's gonna be different. It's gonna be
Okay.
a different. I know one wanted to talk about polygamous relationship. Yeah, I'm looking it up. Polygamous.
Polyamory.
No, hold on, wait. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Polyamory. Uh-huh.
That's gonna be hard, but I'll see. But most likely we're gonna have two topics about relationship. One is about power couples, and another one is gonna be about amorous. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, cuffing season's coming up. That's why people talking about that stuff.
I
It's getting
mean
cold outside.
we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it is cuffing season, so
Mhm. Thanksgiving's around the corner. Like, look, I need to bring somebody home with me real quick. All right? So, it's time.
right?
So,
Okay.
so I would like to discuss something, fellas.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Can we get into this?
Yes.
So, Rich, what's going on with your brother Kanye? What's happening with that? Talk to me. Talk to me. When you spoke to Kanye and Kanye told you, Rich, I know you're all about black improvement and black empowerment, but I'm going to wear this White Lives Matter shirt in France. What was your reaction?
Damn, y'all really want to talk about this? Okay, so
Yes.
There's a couple of things we talk about with Kanye. Even the Gap deal. He's with Candace Owens wearing that shirt.
So I think, in my opinion, like when you look at someone like Kanye to wear a shirt like that, it's like, of course, he was doing it for attention, and he was doing it for to spark attention.
Right.
So Kanye, in the other hand, when he had Candace Owens, have a White Lives Matter shirt, that's it's pretty much like, and what's so funny also, like when everyone was coming at him, his Instagram, it was like he kept saying stuff like it had the Pope in it, and then he was talking about, oh, where was all this outrage when And it was like everybody's like, "Yo, what you talking about, dude?"
Mm.
So I think, in my opinion, it's like, all right, you got your attention, you got what you wanted. What's your end goal, man?
You know what it is? Money. Because it's his marketing genius. That's what he does. He always does something very controversial. Then everybody say, "Oh, what Kanye doing now?" And guess what? All those views, all the stuff that people buy from him, is just going to give him more money.
You know, for me, Kanye it's confusing, right?
He's
Because
bipolar.
he literally is, right? If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, yeah, he literally is.
Don't make that as an excuse.
No. Just saying he's bipolar. That's all.
It's not an excuse. It's just when I look at his earlier work, like the hypocrisy is there, and I'm confused about finding out his end goal because yes, he wore the White Lives Matter shirt, but when he was interviewed about it, he did highlight something. While many people, including myself, think it's a fundamental right to have, which is the right to an abortion, he did highlight the fact that the majorities of abortions that occur in this country are done by Black and brown people. The majority of abortion clinics are in African American and minority communities. And that's such a juxtaposition from the White Lives Matter shirt, right? Like maybe, and Troy, you might be right. Kanye West is a marketing genius, but did he market the White Lives Matter shirt to highlight a Black problem? I mean, what do you think about that?
I think part of that also is to get Kim Kardashian back in the way. To get her attention.
Yeah, I can't with you.
I'm just saying, like,
I want to bring Kim back. Hold on. Here, Kim.
Yo, my boy bullied Pete Davidson so bad he went to therapy. Think about that. I mean, he's a comedian.
Yeah, he's a literal clown. He has what? His children's names tattooed on his skin. That's a whole nother level of.
Yeah, and I went to therapy. He said, "Nah, yay, it's too much." Like, it's no, but the whole White Lives Matter. I think this Kanye is just. We could never know what's going on in his head, despite the whole business thing. Like, we never know what that man's thinking.
But what are your thoughts about the abortion matter? Because I saw that him. So I listen to Candace Owens. I listen to a lot of right wing media, even though politically I'm on the left, like far left. You know, I do my due diligence and make sure that I see what the other side is saying and hear what the other side is saying, because it's important to always keep your mind open.
Oh damn!
So
you gave Candace Owens a view? Okay.
What? Listen. See, the problem is,
I was waiting for Darby to say something, yo.
I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why. I gave her a view because if I watch CNN, if I watch a lot of left-wing media, of course I'm going to agree with them. It's in my nature to agree with them. It's what I fundamentally believe. But what about the other side? You know, what are they saying? Help me see the world from their perspective. And unfortunately, people like Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, they have a view of America that I quite frankly could not see without them. You know?
It's going to be hard for me to say this in a way. I don't really care what the white person's view of America is, because at the end of the day, they never went through harshness as we do. Their world is so different from ours. It's not even fun. Like their drama, I'm not saying they can't go through trauma and stuff, but their drama does not match what we went through. It doesn't.
Right.
Oh, my dad left me. He's still there though, right?
Right. The cops didn't take him.
Exactly.
Right.
He didn't leave. He didn't just like have sex with your mom. It's like that's it. Like he's still sending your money, right? He's still dating your life. Boom. Okay, you still got parents there. My black ass has got my mom. You know, like it's just like our worlds, and that's no fault of theirs, because at the end of the day, that's what they grew up. This is what they know. But don't try to play the comparison game at like you understand us, because you know.
Go ahead, TC. Keep continuing.
No. That's it.
So I will say this though. I will make this announcement though. I remember when Kanye West had said in the story that he said, "We all know Black Lives Matter was a scam."
Yeah.
So
okay.
So I just want to bring this up. Even though this is the same thing what Amanda Seales has been saying, right?
Yeah.
we're not going to we're not going to play ignorant and we're not going to play dumb that the word Black Lives Matter is more real than the actual founders of the organization.
Yes.
We're not doing this.
Yes. Yeah.
The word Black Lives Matter is real. Period. I don't care what you say. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Have you seen majority of the people that are in prison are Black and brown people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Majority of the people that are poor that are called minorities are what color? All right then. But come on, if you really want to talk about systematically, we can go on and on and on. That's a whole 3-hour podcast. But we're not going to play dumb and play ignorant that the word Black Lives Matter isn't real because of the founders of the organization. We're not doing this.
That hurt me, by the way.
Real.
Period. That really hurt me.
No, that hurt me. Yeah, I agree, Troy. That hurt me the worst.
That's the one thing, the one that's united us. You using all that money for yourself by matches and stuff. I'm like, what the ass is going on here? Like, and Huskers was, well, I didn't tell nobody to donate money. You literally made an organization.
Well, shit. Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Like, you literally made an account and say, hey, donate for Black Lives Matter. What people's going to do? Donate. And then you're going to say, I never told you guys to give us money.
Well, the thing was about the founders of the organization was, one, they don't like us, Black men. They're strictly for you didn't notice?
Don't even
notice?
Get me on the gen. Don't get
I
me
know the movement was founded by Black women.
It was for LGBT. I don't listen.
Get me started on the gender war.
I don't want this.
Don't get.
Listen, next thing you know, we're gonna be all controversial, and next thing you know, we about to get canceled. Blah blah blah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
But what I'm gonna say is that they weren't for us, Black men. It wasn't for Black men like us. You know, whatever. You can even look at the Breakfast Club of what I forgot her name of what she said. The donations were for one, some of the Democratic Party, and the donations were held to for them for their personal personal interests. Now, what they could have done if I created a movement like that, what I would have done, I'm just saying my personal experience, is probably would have created like a nonprofit organizations for people, you know, and bring back to the community. You know, I would have, did like a Trayvon Martin, something like that. Or, I would have did something for the donations. You feel what I'm saying?
The founder's name, her name is Patrisse Cullors. Or Cullors. Patrisse Cullors. Cullors. Patrisse Cullors. But continue.
Yes. So, Patrisse. Okay. Once again, they're not for us. The founders are not for us. I knew that ever since the beginning. You never hear me when I was arguing on social media and arguing with people and debating. When people talk bad about the founders of the organization, I did not defend them at all. I was like, okay, all right.
This makes more sense as you say this.
Yeah, but the word
makes sense. Yeah, go ahead.
But the word Black Lives Matter, I will defend because the word Black Lives Matter is facts. Period. You're not going to change my mind. I will forever continue to say Black Lives Matter. Period.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's funny you said that it wasn't for Black men. I'm looking at her wiki right now, Patrisse. I didn't know she's lesbian.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that.
I know.
It's only because, but we don't want to confuse lesbianism with anti-masculinity. I'm forgetting the word right.
I know I came off sound like that, but at the same time, when I normally see stuff like that, it's normally like somebody in that category.
Okay. Well, just because you're lesbian,
sadly,
just because you're lesbian doesn't make you dislike men or anything like that.
That's true.
but what I will say is that the unfortunate passing of George Floyd and the manner in which he passed, combined with the pandemic we suffered, in which we had to stay home, prompted a potential once in a lifetime movement in which the entire world gathered on behalf of us, right? The video evidence was undeniable about the passing of this man and the way he passed.
Yeah.
Whether you want to introduce fentanyl and the drugs he might have been on, there was a policeman that stood on this man's neck for over 8 minutes, right? And he passed away because of that. And Patrice was ahead of the curve and founded this movement using words that reflected the sentiment of all of us. And unfortunately, it looks like, based on all the evidence pointing to her, that not only did she capitalize off of that movement, she took Black dollars from Black people and did not return the investment in ways that we could see. She took a whole movement and potentially corrupted it by filtering the money and buying private property, and that just leaves the window for the wolves, the people on the right wing, like the Tucker Carlsons and unfortunately the Candace Owens, who, by the way, has made a full documentary on the Black Lives Movement and why it's a falsehood, and it's all on the back of this woman that took the money that we gave her for herself. It's one of the most anti-Black acts, anti-African American acts I've seen, and it breaks my heart because the words itself should be universal, should be universally embraced. And now there's a corrupt organization with those same exact words that are detracting from the goodness that world could potentially bring, from that word could potentially bring to the United States and across the world. You know what I mean? It broke my heart. It broke my heart.
So let's go back to when George Floyd situation happened. Mm-hmm. That's when a lot of successful establishments and businesses, even the ones that supposedly care, businesses that put Black Lives Matter in their businesses. Mm-hmm. So they use this as a money grab. So whatever is a trend, will use it as a money grab.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to watch out for. Like, that's why you have to watch out for false prophets. Mm-hmm. So when you look at trends, right? Like, let's say if the word Black Lives Matter was trending then, and then a lot of businesses knew, and I'm talking about the businesses that, like, I'm talking about the ones like the that think they care, but they actually don't care. It's just a money grab situation. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about them. Back then, when that George Floyd situation happened, a lot of that was happening.
Yeah.
So what the whole point of what I'm trying to make is, you have to watch, one, look at the history of who is actually for the cause and who is not for the cause.
Very true.
Two, make sure you actually see what their actions behind the scenes, because they can talk all what they want in front of the camera, but what are they doing behind the scenes?
Very true.
So just make sure I'm saying that's the advice of to do that.
And
so,
she is smart when she did it, because everybody is sensitive to the subject. Everybody wanted support in their own way, so she just took advantage.
Made millions.
Right now, as you said, millions. I'm looking. She made a headline in the New York Post. She spent thousands to renovate a backyard of her 1.4 million LA home.
I mean, what is that? What is that?
Like, all that just for your own greedy self? Like, to me, it's like, how can you live for yourself knowing that you robbed so much people, especially during a very sensitive time, and everybody was paused in the whole world to see George Floyd is a good example, see him die. Ahmaud Arbery, I'm pronouncing his name right,
Mhm.
the one in
Yep.
Georgia, to see him get murked, lynched. You know, and you just hear, well, I'm gonna buy a new Porsche, I'm gonna renovate my backyard. It's like, how can you live with yourself? And you're a black woman. And no, I hate to sound like this. If something happened to you or any other kind that you know of, you want to voice your opinion and let everybody feel sorry for you. But look what you're doing. Look what the return you're doing for us.
My biggest concern is what it does to the black community.
It makes us look like jokes.
Yes.
It makes a little bit of big. Like even right now, and no offense to people who's in this category, the pride stuff is taking over the whole Black Lives Matter thing. I don't think don't matter no more. It doesn't even exist at this point. You know,
I attribute it directly. She's one of the biggest factors. Yeah, time was going to pass, and the movement was going to dwindle down unless we had another tragic national event like what happened with George Floyd. But I mean, she contributed to the death of it so quickly because once it was found, once people investigated and found out where that money was allocated, the entire movement began to collapse in on itself. I mean, you had people from the Pacific Islands, you know, with their tattoos doing this huma hana, like they were doing this ritual all in support of Black Lives Matter. And you lied, that's exactly what they sound like. If you ever like before football game, the Pacific Islands, they get in the stance, the eyes get really wide, and they go, huh. They have this whole rhythm, but they did that in honor of George.
I'm not gonna mimic it, but that's funny. I'm sorry.
Fine, it's funny, but it's the truth. It's funny, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, she left the whole movement exposed to the wolves that were already poised to destroy it. She let the wolves in. Mm-hmm. She was the piggy that left the wolves in. You know, Fox News, you know, The Post, any sort of the Daily Wire. Unfortunately, Candace Owens and Kanye West, it comes back to them. You know, the moment she did that, it took away the legitimacy of the movement, and it irks me to no end because I can't think of another prime opportunity to come up like that. What, you had the Martin Luther King assassination in the 60s, right? You had Rodney King in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
This was it. This was our Rodney King. This was our Martin Luther King. This was our moment when we should have rose up together as a community and reasserted our demand for equal treatment under the law, for more equality, economic, social, you know, educational equality. She took that. She robbed us from it. She robbed us from it. I have no love lost for that woman the more I think about it.
Damn.
And the thing is, the only way this could ever happen to get everybody on our eyes, like, you know, if a tragic happens, a next pandemic has to happen. Because I guarantee if somebody dies like George Floyd tomorrow, the world's going to keep on moving because guess what? People's out the house. People's living their lives now. They're not stuck to be forced looking at something. That's the only reason why George Floyd even got that much attention. Look at Eric Garner a couple of years ago. He died almost the same way. My man's is about saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. The cops like, oh, well. And guess what we did? Nothing. We walked away, went to work like nothing happened. You know?
I saw the video while we were sitting on our desks. You know? That's it.
I'm not being so angry hearing about that. It's like, why nobody like this? It's let it happen, you know? It took a whole pandemic for people to open their eyes, like, oh wow, you guys get treated like that. It's just like, well, no shit, Sherlock. We've been yelling this out for years, centuries, by the way.
Centuries, not years, centuries.
To be honest, the civil rights movement didn't happen that not long ago.
Yeah,
it's not even 100 years yet.
There are people, I mean, I could talk to my grandmother about how she felt when she heard that Martin Luther King was assassinated, right? Like, my grandmother, you know, this is recent history.
Yes.
Less than 30 years ago, less than 30 years before we were born.
Yeah.
Less than 30 years before.
The 90s is only 30 years now. So imagine back then, it was like about 70 at this point. Like, come on.
But I mean to talk. I talked about all of that, and I hate bashing my own people like that. But she deserved it. She's one of the few people I think that deserved it.
I don't mind because to me, I don't care outside. She's a piece of shit.
What about coons, Nyron?
I hate that term. I mean, there are certain terms you'll never hear me say. Right? I'll never use that word. I'll never use the N-word.
Well, the N-word, yeah. Erase that. Erase that. Period.
No, I think language is a powerful tool. I
Yes.
think language is the bridge that we use to communicate who we are as individuals to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It ties us. It's one of the things that makes us human.
Yes.
And I hate that there's a word that exists that could mean the lowest form of existence, and it's tied to us as Africans. You know what I mean? So I refuse to use that word and other derogatory words like the C word, because I don't think it helps the situation at all. I think it just
So if that's the case, then we got to stop using the B word to women.
I never do.
I'm just saying, you hear that every day in music.
You talking about in general, right? Not just us.
In general, I'm talking about in general. Period.
Okay. Yeah.
You got the B
I mean,
word.
I
Got to stop.
don't want to project my own beliefs onto other people, but the reasons why I don't do it is because of what I just previously stated. Like, language is huge, and
Of
I don't want
course.
to. Yeah,
Language is powerful.
Mhm.
Language is we know language is powerful. We know language is affirmation. We know
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
So, and that's very important. I'm glad you brought that up, Nairon. Is that, you know, like, language is powerful, so we do have to watch what we say.
Yeah.
And how you say it and how it comes across. I don't think it's a coincidence that the worst word to use in the English language is tied to us. That's another example of racism and a systemic attack on us as a people. You know.
Well,
And-
if you look at, go ahead.
No, and I'm just saying, as Americans in general, if you're an American, there should. I mean, I'll never use any sort of derogatory term for any racial group, and I just want people to have that same respect towards me, especially people in our own community. Again,
So, go ahead.
yeah, again, like, if I hate to hear it in rap lyrics, I can't fault it. I understand the logic behind it. I just don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll blast it. I'll enjoy myself listening to the music. But every time I hear that word, my heart breaks a little bit, just a little bit. You know?
Like you're going backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I lost my thought. But so words is powerful, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And why can't we, like, okay, because I see you're very passionate about, you know, talking about this, Nairon. You know, so
I think we all should be.
no, we're all passionate. I'm passionate too. Like, you know, I'm the most argumentative person when it comes to, you know, stuff like this. But
There's certain things I want to say. I just know it's gonna be a lot of hate comments, and let's make that for our next episode.
Right.
It's my first day
hate
back.
comments.
Look, I got a lot of controversial things to say, but
Mm-hmm.
not today.
Not today.
Not today. We need more people in here for that.
Well, we're not live, so.
Oh, no. Trust me, you need the meat and potatoes later on. I'm just gonna say that. I'm chilling.
Go ahead, Nairon.
So I want to circle back to your thoughts about abortion, and because that's why Candace Owens and Kanye West wore it, right? That's what they wanted to highlight. They wanted to highlight the typical statistics that the political figures on the right like to use, right? The lack of Black fathers in the home, the rise in abortion rates, and, you know, I think Kanye West also wanted to highlight gun violence, but I might be throwing that one out there. But those were the major two: Black fatherlessness and abortion, and the fact that abortion clinics can be mostly found in Black and brown communities. So I just wanted to know your thoughts on Kanye's points on those. I mean, does he have a point? Is he making a point there?
No.
Okay.
Kanye is what you have to understand about Kanye. Kanye is a walking contradiction. One day he's Malcolm X, the next day he talks about the next day he's just talking about, oh, well, Black people this, Black people that. Kanye is a walking contradiction.
Yeah, he's Uncle Ruckus at days, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He definitely got Ruckus vibes, yeah.
I just hear the trumpet in my head. You know the trumpet from
Yo.
What do we got here? These raggedy Negroes.
It was crazy about that character.
Yeah.
I don't agree with him all the time, but it's something he be saying. I'm like, yeah, he ain't wrong. But
But you can see that Uncle Ruckus, shout out to the Boondocks, but you can see that Uncle Ruckus was a true character, was a satire character.
He was a satirical character.
That is actually true.
Yeah.
I mean, there are Uncle
to
Ruckus in the
people.
world.
Oh
Right.
yeah, a whole bunch of them. It's a whole bunch. Okay, with the abortion thing, despite what Kanye's saying, abortion in general, I don't agree with it. But I do say it's up to the woman.
Mm.
You
Okay.
know, even though us men should have an input on it because we did help develop this baby.
Mhm.
But if she is by herself, she has no support and stuff like that. And you try to raise this human in this life,
Right.
and
Yeah.
sometimes I hate saying this. Sometimes you're probably better off doing an abortion so the child don't suffer and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Listen, again, I am all about rights, right? And I think women do have the right to an abortion. I don't think it should be abolished. I don't think it should be deemed illegal in any state. I think Roe v. Wade was huge, and I honestly think that Roe v. Wade being rescinded is a step backwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
I say all that to say that, and I don't want you to think that I'm siding with them, but what Kanye West did highlight about abortions being conducted in Black and brown communities, the fact that there are more abortions. What did he say? And I looked it up. It was true. There are more abortions in New York City for Black and brown people than Black and brown people being born. You know, I think those statistics impact the Black community, especially with our population, and it's going to translate into our voting rights. You know, we're not going to be the second most influential voice politically if that trend continues. Like, you can be for abortion, but you can also see how abortion can be a systemic tool, not unlike welfare, not unlike redlining, to hold us back. And unfortunately, it came from Kanye West, the same guy wearing the White Lives Matter shirt. So it might come off as a joke, but there is truth in what he's saying there. There is truth in what Candace Owens is saying.
I can't deny that.
Right. And I'm trying to grapple with those truths. Like, you have a lot of bigoted philosophies, but you're also speaking truth that actually affects the Black community. How do you reconcile the two?
It's very hard to say because it's like Rich said, it's a contradiction. He's a walking contradiction. Because when he said that, I was just like, he's not wrong. But
He's
then
not.
You look at Kanye West, it's just like, what's the next step you go to?
So
like, we just don't know.
I want to go. Actually, continue, TC, and then I'm gonna go.
Oh no, that's it.
So I want to go to what Omar Johnson said, right? When it
Umar
comes
or
to
Omar?
Umar Johnson, where he said,
I don't know Omar Johnson.
Like, okay, when we talked about like people like Uncle Ruckus, right?
Okay.
There've been people like Uncle Ruckus during biblical times, Jesus times. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact, right? So I want to go to the point where, like, the thing is that, like, people like Candace Owens, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're intelligent. You know these things. When you know these things and you're intelligent and you're not wrong what you say, but it's just behind your actions of what is proven that makes you a walking contradiction. Yes. So yes, you're right of what you say. You're right, but it's just due to the fact that when your actions, and not only that, look at your audience.
Yep.
Look at your audience.
Your audience is many people in your audience are rooting for your downfall, and enjoy the fact that you're representing that. You know what I mean?
That's a good one right there. Mm-hmm.
The audience that you that people that look at you and that represents are people that are not for us. So that's contradiction. Yeah. So that's behind of people like Uncle Ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? People that knows what goes on, but you decide you want to be on the other part of behavior and people, the other parts. So, due to the fact that you are intelligent and you are not wrong of some things what you say, then what does that make this person?
You know, honestly, I think what Kanye West and Candace Owens did is sort of synonymous with what Patrisse Cullors did, right? They took, because what did Patrisse do? She took a movement that was designed to help us and ruined the message by funneling money. She ruined the message by taking the money that we gave her and used it in a corrupt way for her own personal gain.
Yeah, she capitalized on it in a terrible way.
What did Kanye West and Candace Owens do? They took a message, right, that was significant to the Black community, and tarnished it with their actions by saying things like white lives, by wearing shirts that say white lives matter, right? I think if you wanted to use it as a marketing tool to highlight the plights of the Black community, that is perhaps one of the worst ways to do so. And I think these are two intelligent people. People like to label Kanye a genius. I don't know what a genius is, but I'm good. These are intelligent people that did this maliciously, because there's no way you could wear something like a White Lives Matter t-shirt to highlight the flaws of the Black community while valid and also say that what I'm doing is right. Right? The action has to match with the message. For Patrisse Cullors, the action did not match with the message. For Candace Owens and Kanye West, the action did not match the message. You got to have both. You know, part of the reason Martin Luther King was successful is because his actions matched his message. What was his message? Civil rights. What were his actions?
Equality.
Marching in the streets, right? Marching in the streets, organizing throughout the entire South, getting this, being a major part in getting the Civil Rights Bill passed. It's not like he was an advocate for civil rights while also saying Ku Klux Klan members have a voice too. You know, like, right? Like, how nobody would take it seriously if he said that.
Imagine,
right? And these are supposed to be the people that are, I mean, granted, you're Black and you are all part of the Black experience, and you, as a Pan-Africanist, they will always have a seat at the table for me. But you're harmful. You're deliberately harmful. And I could go on and on about this, man. Let me tell you, I could go on and on forever about this.
All right. So anything else before we move on to the next topic?
So Kanye West started off by saying George Bush doesn't care about Black people. And in one of his lyrics, he talked about, you know, the rise of a Black cook in what was it? Gold Digger. Remember? Like, he's gonna work the floors. Next week is surprise. He's gonna rise through the ranks, and then what is he gonna do? He's gonna leave your ass for a white girl. You know, he was, in his indirect way, he was promoting Black unity and Black love, which is important. Even as an American, you know, it's healthy to see Black love. It's great to see. And in that same time frame, and you love who you love. I'm not against interracial marriage whatsoever, but in a way, he sort of, you know, left her ass for a white girl. And that's nothing wrong. Love is love. Love who you want. And those children are blessed, and, you know, they're Black and they'll always be Black.
Yeah. Love has no color.
Love has no color. I got to reiterate that. Love
that's true.
But you went from that to supporting Trump, to being a contradiction to your own lyrics about Black love, to saying slavery is a choice, and now you're saying white lives matter. It's like, if you're confused as to the purpose of Kanye West and his role in the Black community, I think his actions, especially over the course of the last 10 years, reflect that he is somebody that is harmful to the movement of equality and prosperity in the Black community. And that's what I have to say about Kanye West. Like, you know what? And wait, real quick, on Candace Owens too. She's a political puppet. I know I listen to Candace Owens, and I'm going to watch her documentary on the Black Lives Matter movement, because I think that's going to expose a lot about Patrisse. But when she started off on the left, She never finished college. Not to say that there's anything wrong with not finishing college, but she didn't finish college. And she's talking about politics without a political degree.
So
Right?
That's true. That's true.
here's one fact.
Go
Go ahead. I'm about to tell you one fact about Candace Owens, but go ahead.
And suddenly she flipped. I don't know when she started to realize that there was a market for her, because if you're a capitalist, you always want to see what your new market can be. The new on-tap market. What was a new on-tap market? Somebody that can go viral with a black voice and a black face and reiterate principles and ideals that can be mostly found, that can be found in right-leaning and oftentimes white supremacist groups. That was her market. It was like she's the political equivalent of, see, I can't be racist, I have a black friend. She's the black friend. That's her market. So I don't necessarily have, they're black, I'm always going to love them. As a Pan-Africanist, they're always going to have a seat at the table, but I don't like the way they've interacted with this world and spread their message, because I think it hurts the black community in the end. It's more harmful than good, is what I'm trying to say.
So here's one fact about Candace Owens. I'm not sure if it was her high school, or, I believe it was her high school.
Mm-hmm.
This is one fact about Candace Owens. She sued her high school.
Yep.
Got the NAACP involved.
Mm-hmm.
And she won.
Mm-hmm.
Over race, because her high school was racist to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is one fact about
I actually
Candace.
didn't know about that, funny enough. That's new for me.
Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, with high school, she sued her high school because of racism, and because of she was saying how racist they were to her. She got the NAACP involved, sued her high school, and she won.
I wonder how she got all that evidence together, though.
Well, no, if I recall, and this is really rough because I remember reading it years ago, but I think it was something along the lines of a text message or a letter that was being sent that was racially harmful, right? It was racially targeted towards her.
Oh, okay.
And she sued the school using the NAACP. And it's funny in a tragic way, because a lot of her principles and stances are reflective of the same people that she felt maligned her in high school. And it's sad, but I really think, especially because she didn't finish school, I think what happened was she was a political opportunist and saw her market. She saw her niche, and she's been filling it well. She's doing great on the Daily Wire. She has hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of followers.
The Daily Wire is a hold on. Let me bring up the.
I listen to the Daily Wire. I know what the Daily Wire.
Hold on. Daily Wire is not no left movement. Just letting you know, Nyron.
I know.
It is a conservative network. Do you know that, right?
It's as conservative as you can get. I specifically looked and tried to find the most conservative media outlets I can, so I can find people with the most extreme opposite views of me, so I can hear what they have to say. Well, unfortunately, Candace Owens is one of those people, and I listen to her all the time. I try to gauge what she has to say. I try to find the truth in a lot of what she says, but I still draw my own conclusions of what she represents and how she can be harmful to the Black community. And overall, she does more harm than good. She does more harm than good. And it's not because her messages are wrong. It's because, the best way I can put it, it's because of her delivery, and it's because she ignores other facts to support other facts. She'll overlook certain facts and just come up with a conclusion about the Black community with a select group of data. And it's malicious and it's wrong. She doesn't give the whole picture. Nobody on the Daily Wire does. But I'm sure nobody on the left does either. I'm always trying to find the middle ground to find the most accurate depiction of the world I live in. And she just
I think it's hard to find that.
It's hard.
There's so much different opinions, and it's very hard to find a medium.
Because
nobody's.
We're an hour and 30, but go ahead. No, continue. We're an hour and 30.
Nobody would never really agree to a point that is like, okay, you know what, that's fair. It's like everybody has their own opinions, which is when you try to look for that around, like I wish it was like that, but the more it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
To find the most middle of the ground, middle of the pack news outlets, the ones I could find were Al Jazeera and BBC. That was it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's international news. They're not going to cover us in a way that I would hope like some national news sources could.
Well, that just shows you BBC don't have the same kind of issues as we do.
No.
You know? So that's why we could relate, like we can understand them a little bit better because they're not going through the same shit.
And for those of you that are listening that are interested in politics and you happen to be somebody of color, I don't recommend you do what I do. I do it for me personally because, you know, as somebody that loves politics, I mean, I graduated with a political science degree. I love how politics can impact society, but I don't recommend it for everybody because, you know, this is just my personal path to how I gather information.
And politics is a very dicey subject. It's important, but it's very dicey. Yeah.
Okay, so are you more of a conservative news or liberal news?
I'm more conservative news only because I'm really liberal and I already know right off the bat what I'm going to think about certain things, right? Like if I hear somebody is shot by the police, you know, my mind is automatically leaning, it must have been racially motivated. To get that out of my head, I got to listen to right-wing media because they might provide me some inklings of truth that I might not know about. You know what I mean?
I like the fact that, you know what I like the fact that you be like, okay, I don't want to look at one side of the story. Let me look at two sides of the story.
You have to.
Let me get the facts straight.
Right.
I like that.
I think that's how you're supposed to conduct yourself.
Yeah, because honestly, like let's say for example, we hear like some black guy got shot. Automatically be like F the police and stuff like that. But sometimes you really gotta sit down and look at what did he do to get in that situation?
Right.
You know, because I'm not gonna automatically be like, well, you know, at the police, you know, most of the time I say that. But it's just like sometimes they're not always wrong, you know.
They're not. They're not.
You know, like so maybe the guy pulled out a gun on them and this is like, well, we gotta defend ourselves later.
See, you know? so the problem with right-wing media, especially with people like Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson, I'll take the George Floyd example, right?
Yeah.
They would say, yes, George Floyd was killed and that was tragic. And, you know, they wouldn't say, first of all, they would never say it was racially motivated because because the cop never admitted that it was racially motivated. So that's out the window. Secondly, they're going to talk about what he did to land himself in that position. They're going to talk about his criminal history. They're going to talk about the fact that Ben Shapiro always says that George Floyd was on enough fentanyl to kill a small horse, you know, to kind of put it into your mind that it might not be the knee on the neck that actually took him out. You know what I mean? If you just listen, that's the problem. If you only listen to right-wing media, if I didn't know about the George Floyd case and I just listened to Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, I would have thought that the cop was unjustly imprisoned, or at least it would have to be more investigation done because of the fentanyl, because of you know the guy's history, because of the way he interacted with the police. If I only listen to right-wing media, you know what I mean? And if I only listen to left-wing media, you know, what's his name? The guy that actually committed the murder.
I can look it up.
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name already. But whoever, the cop that committed the heinous crime, like if I don't listen to the left-wing media, you know, the guy was like 1 degree away from being a Klansman. And the truth is in the middle, more towards the left but the right does have some points. It's just that you just can't consume all of it. You can't, or else it'll just be completely misconstrued about what the world is.
Gotcha. Okay. TC, anything?
I'm just trying to look up the killer's name for George Floyd. 'Cause that's bothering me. What's his name again? Derek.
So
Derek.
Chauvin.
Derek Colvin.
Derek Chauvin. It's Derek Chauvin.
Chauvin. Yeah, Chauvin. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's in jail now, right?
Yeah. He's going away for a long time.
How long is the sentence?
It's not a life sentence. It's like 20 years plus, if I remember correctly.
I see it. It's like 21 years.
21 years. There you go.
He is. How old is he? 46? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah. What else? What guys got to talk about? It's an hour and 35 minutes.
yeah, we got an hour and 30.
I don't got much else to say. I said my piece about Candace Owens and Kanye West. It's just something. I'm glad I have a little bit.
You just wanted to bring it. You just wanted to bring. I'm like, there's something that's bothering me that I wanted to bring up
in my spirit, in my soul.
Nah, but I'm happy we talked about this because you touched more on the subject than Kanye. You know,
right?
We talk about the broad message behind it. So you know, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave y'all with something.
Oh yeah, what about your health stuff?
Health. So, choose the right tea for every condition. If it's a headache, cinnamon tea. Cough is thyme tea. Sore throat is lemon.
Okay.
Stomach ache is. Why can I not always sound this out? Help me out here. CHAMOMILE.
Chamomile.
Yes. Okay, that's for stomach ache.
Mm-hmm.
Fatigue is peppermint.
Oh yeah, and not to cut you off, chamomile also helps with menstrual pains.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Fatigue is peppermint. And
ladies for that time of the month.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You can't.
He's not wrong though.
Not wrong.
And also a passion flower tea would be good too.
Is that part hibiscus?
As for natural painkillers, garlic is good. A heartburn is apple cider vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Joint pain is cherries. Sore muscles is peppermint. Injury pain, water.
Yeah.
These are the natural. The natural, yes. Toothache is cloves.
I heard about that.
Chronic pain is turmeric.
Yes.
Bloating is pineapple. Sinus pain is horseradish. And urinated tract infection is blueberries.
All right.
Oh, I never knew that. And I see hibiscus is good for overall liver health and kidney stones.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. I can go on and on. Like, all right. So do y'all agree with me? Let's see if you agree with this. The kind of fruits that you can put in the refrigerator: apples, berries, cabbage, lettuce. Well, cabbage and lettuce, cherries, corn, grapes, mushrooms, and squash. Is that true?
To put in the fridge?
Yes.
I think so.
I wouldn't say apples. Like I know you can, but
I like a cold apple. I like biting into a cold.
I never put my apples in the fridge when I think about it.
No,
Squash, yes. Lettuce, cabbage, yes.
No, when I go running, nothing is better than eating a cold piece of fruit, and it has to be a juicy piece of fruit. So I would like to have my watermelon ready for me to go. I wouldn't even drink water. I would come home from a 3-mile run because I'm trying to look good for the ladies. And then when I come into the kitchen, I get my watermelon, and it's delicious. It is so fulfilling. You know?
I'm like that with pineapple. I love cold pineapple.
Mm.
Okay, let's talk about room temperature.
Room
temperature is avocado, bananas, citrus, well, lemon, lime, Eggplant.
Hold on. You said lemon limes? I'll put those junks in the fridge.
I put
Yeah,
avocados in the fridge.
Lemon and lime.
Yeah.
No, room temperature. This is room
I
temperature.
put mine in the fridge.
And I put my avocados in the fridge.
Yeah, I've been doing it wrong the whole time.
No. You. I'm saying this is a matter of like, water. Okay, I disagree with this one. Watermelon room temperature.
Ew,
What?
Nah.
Yeah,
Nah. Who did
I
this?
Pineapple room temperature. I can see that. Tomatoes room temperature. Peppers.
Tomatoes, nah, put that in the fridge.
Pears, peaches.
All these things we put in the fridge. Like,
Sorry. No.
Pears could stay out, but peaches, nah. What we doing?
I'm looking at it now and I'm like, nah, I disagree with that.
It's a lemon and lime.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but most likely, like, there's a lot of stuff that put in the fridge but it goes bad.
mhm.
So like you can see that, like, what's the trick also about, I didn't know about avocados, is that if you take the back, like, when you have an avocado, take one of the thing that's sticking out. I can't really sound it out.
the stem.
I mean, say it like, if you take the thing off, right?
The skin.
If it's green, that means the avocado's good. And the
You mean the seed or like the skin you're talking about?
the not the skin. Like when you touch the skin, there's something in the bottom that's sticking out.
A stem.
Yeah, I think so. And you take it out. If it's like black, that means it's not good.
Mm.
Let me see.
But if it's green, that means it's good.
Mm.
I know, TC, you're about to look it up right now.
Yeah, it's a stem you're talking about.
Stem, yes.
Yeah.
So the stem. If it's green, that means it's good. If it's black, that means it's no good.
So no good meaning like not good at all, or you said to wait for it to ripe.
Like if you open, like, all right, let's say if you buy black, if it's black, right? Once you buy it from the grocery store, once you cut it up, you're like, whoa, this looking like this is going bad.
Okay.
Versus if you get a green looking avocado, when you take out the stem, you'll be like, okay, this is good for a couple of days.
Okay, so the stem dictates the expiration date, basically.
Yes. So if you look at the stem will give you the facts about the avocados of how it looks.
Mm.
And question is avocado count as a fruit? Oh, a vegetable.
Yes, avocado
Yes.
is a fruit.
Absolutely.
Fruit? Okay.
Mm. Has seeds, it's a fruit.
Because I know bananas are considered berries.
Berries are a fruit.
Yeah.
No, but I know like bananas is in the classifications of berries. I just found
that
out
I
recently.
didn't know.
Yeah, that just I found out recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for me, y'all. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we get off?
Open your mind. Don't just listen to yes men. Don't just listen to what you believe is right. Listen to controversial views, because that's the only way you'll ever change your mind. My views on gun rights and abortion rights have changed because I listened to other voices, and change is growth. So never close yourself off to anything.
Yeah, I would say don't be a sheep.
Yes.
Be yourself. Understand your opinions and just go for somebody else's. Like Nyron said, balance it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't just go for one person's word, because a lot of times people they ain't right. You're from your own opinion. So
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be busy, y'all. It's like we have a lot of podcasts. We have gonna talk about nonprofit, real estate. Then we have someone talk about relationships. Yeah. It's yeah. And then we have the guys from when Nyron did the interview. They're going to be coming back in October, November. So it's going to get busy.
And just to let people know, I'm back, but it'll be some days I'm not going to be available just because of health issues or health reasons. So
Mhm.
just want to put that out there in advance.
Okay.
So what advice would you give people, TC?
Or about everything overall.
Anything. And just anything
Um,
overall.
like I said earlier, make sure you pay attention to the signs I mentioned: dark urine, yellow eyes, itchiness of the skin, pain in the abdomen. And just in general, just try to eat healthier in general. Don't wait for something to happen for you to be like, okay, I'm gonna take precautions now, because that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Try to eat healthy. Water is one of the major keys in life. Drink water. Try to cut that soda stuff out. If you drink soda once in a while, like I drink ginger ale once in a while, but I drink it mainly for a bad stomach. But
Yes.
try to cut all those stuff out, to be honest.
Mhm.
Stick with water and natural juices. And just try to live your life the best way you can, because you never know when things could change. Because things could change in an instant flash, and you could be finding something that you never prepared for. So just keep on living, and don't be afraid of certain choices you got to make in life. Because sometimes those fears that we feel is only temporary. That lasts just like 10 minutes out of the day, and guess what? You're chilling afterwards. You know, like if you had to give a presentation in front of a class, you're mad nervous. It's taking in your whole mind, like, oh God, I gotta do this. The presentation lasts about 8 minutes, and guess what? It's done. So yeah. Just be healthy. Just take care of yourself. Have fun, yes, but take care of yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that, TC. And yo, not to, bring it up, but in the hood, ginger ale is medicine.
Hey, that Vicks.
Vicks
Yeah.
and ginger ale is medicine in the hood.
And
We know that. We're
Yes,
like, yo,
Pepto-Bismol.
my stomach, oh man, it's hurt. Yo, pass me ginger ale, yo.
Yeah.
And we would just drink that all day.
You get a stomach ache. Moms will come do, or grandma come do with the Vicks. But I got no fever. Nah, it's gonna make you feel good. All right, you knocked out. You knocked out for no reason. You're like, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, of course, watch your signs of. We talked about this earlier in the podcast, but your pee, okay,
Yeah.
your hydration, your pee, it tells you of your hydration status.
Your body health
yeah.
in general. If your pee is like brown like Coca-Cola, that's an issue.
Woof.
That's an issue. And if it smells funny too, that's also an issue.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your pee don't got to be crystal clear like water, but it has to be a very, very light yellow. And that's how you know you're in good health. Because once your pee is very dark, something ain't right. It could be a bowel issue. It could be you drinking too much alcohol. It could be many things. So,
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's the end of the episode. Naira, anything else? That's it?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. That's the end of the episode, y'all. So you're gonna catch more of us, just talking our ish. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the episode. Subscribe, like. If you'd like to reach me, it is DC at diamondcashincentives.com. If you'd like to reach Nyron, what is your email, Nyron?
Ooh, my email. Hold on. I got you.
I gotta look up mine so quick.
Yeah, I gotta
I don't know.
put me on the spot here.
Yeah, you can just be doing that.
Ron M Incentives. So Ron RON M Incentives INCENTIVES @gmail.com.
All right, and you can find me at tcincentives@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get it. All right, so yeah, like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts, give us a review. Give us a positive review. Yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. So we out of here.
All right,
Peace.
guys. Later.